Hey everybody. All right, it's Thursday morning ish, 10 o'clock,
Some
4:11.
people are Apple people.
And
Others are Ink people. But no matter what kind of person you are, hurry into Aldi now.
pretty much
Because
today,
Aldi
I
has the
finished up
produce you
last
love,
night
like
eating.
pink lady apples and medjool dates
I
at
only
prices
did
you'll love even more.
like 930 calories yesterday. Every day's different on my calories. It's just the way it works out. I mean, I'm full, or I was full. I'm not hungry this morning. Having my coffee, and finishing up my work here today. I'm going to get out of here a little bit early today and head back to Lakeland. Got a lot to do in Lakeland, and we'll see what this week brings on my weight loss with me doing a little bit different. I'm trying to fine tune my keto. I'm trying to make things a little better, but I believe I've got to get in that gym. I got to start building muscle. I'm getting to that point. And I've told y'all before that I've had a lot of surgeries, of course, with my heart, a bunch of surgeries, and I even had the triple bypass where basically, if y'all don't know, open heart surgery, or open chest surgery, whatever you want to call it, they cut me from here all the way down. They cut my rib cage sawed it into, they pull it open like a big butterfly, and they work on my heart. So they pretty much disassembled me. And my chest still hurts, and they told me for a year or two my bones are going to hurt. My chest don't hurt, it's my heart, my bones hurt. Because when they put that back together, they take a titanium wire and tie your chest cage back together, and in trying to get it to grow back together. And I have that wire in there permanently. Of course, I have all them stents in my heart permanently. And then besides that, I had I don't know, 15 years ago, whatever it was, 2004, I want to say, I had the gastric bypass and lost 200 pounds with that. That was pretty intense. So my weight loss is slower than what yours probably will be. As a man, men tend to drop weight a whole lot faster than women anyway. But because of that gastric bypass, one thing I haven't thought about until I was talking to one of my friends yesterday, when the whole purpose behind a gastric bypass is, one, you have no stomach no more. I had the real one. I didn't have no lap band or none. I had the real Rowan Y gastric bypass where he took out, I don't know, like 10 feet of my intestines to start with. And then he cut my stomach off and he rerouted everything. That when I eat, it goes straight into my intestines. It does not go into a stomach. And then it digests and it pretty much goes out. Well, with that process, 50% of what I eat, I do not absorb anyway. So, if I'm eating 20 carbs, well, I'm really only absorbing 10 of them. If I eat 100 grams of protein, I'm only getting 50 of them. So, I got to remember that. I got to add that into my program, which will be a little different than yours if you haven't had gastric bypass. Because out of my 930 calories yesterday, I only got half of them. The rest of them are gone. I mean, it just gone. You don't absorb it, this damn phone. So anyhow, I gotta start adding that process in. And I think that's, as far as the scales go, which I told y'all I don't really pay too much attention to the scales. I'm dropping inches. Look at this. Y'all see this? That shit looks terrible. I got a lot of skin. I'm dropping inches. I'm dropping a ton of inches. The weight's coming off, yes, but like last week I lost 2 pounds. I should have lost 10 pounds. A normal man would lose 10 pounds or 8 pounds a week. Well, mine's not, but that's because of this gastric bypass has really got my whole metabolism, my whole process of how my body processes food screwed up. I wished I'd have never done it. I wished I would have known about this 2004. I wished I'd have known about it. I didn't. And I was forced to do it. I had to do it or I was going to lose my company. I had my own company at the time. I had a trucking company. And I owned trucks and I drove one of them, a Pete. And I had to do it to stay in business or they were going to take my license from me. Because I was 475 pounds then, people. I had to weigh on meat scales. I hauled a lot of different things, but I would go to these industries and I had to weigh on their commercial scales. There was no scales that would weigh me back then. Now they do have them, but back then they didn't. And I literally would hang on a meat hook and weigh myself, or stand on a big scale that's embedded in the concreted in the floor for pallets and weigh myself. That's how I weighed. And I was 475, 480 pounds. I was massive. And now when I started this, I was only 350 because I did lose 200 pounds. Well, I actually lost 210 pounds in a 1 year when I did the gastric bypass, but I was very sick. It was not a healthy way to lose weight. It is not healthy for you. All the little bit of hair I had at the time fell out. My skin actually turned gray. I looked like a freaking alien from outer space. I was gray. I looked sick. I was terrible. I got skinny. Now, I got skinny, but I was terrible. I'm telling you right now, gastric bypass is not the way to go. It permanently alters your body, and it's going to cause you problems. Now, I was lucky that I didn't have a lot of the major medical problems that come along with it, because a lot of other people did. I mean, they got really sick, and it's bad. I did not, because I did exactly what the doctor told me to do. But literally, I had my stomach pocket that he built for me was about that big. I'm talking an ounce of food. I remember when I first started, I'd take one teaspoonful of yogurt, and that's all I could eat. I mean, that's just the way it was. So basically, the gastric bypass is a full-on starvation diet, and I lost tons of muscle. I lost fat, but I didn't lose all my fat, but I lost a lot of muscle. I mean, it is a starvation diet. And yes, you will lose weight because you're forced to lose weight. And for 10 years, I kept it off, all the weight. I kept it off. And then my life changed, my job's changed, everything's changed, and I started putting it back on slowly, and I got back up to 350 when I started this program. And I didn't want to get back to 475. And of course, then all the heart attacks started, and that stemmed from being so unhealthy from the gastric bypass also, and stress. I had tons of stress in my life, and thank God that stress is gone now. I'm looking a little scruffy because I'm growing my beard back out. I'm changing how my beard's going to look. So I'm going to look scruffy here for a while. I got to get it out and then trim it back to where I want it. But anyhow, so I'm trying to take account. I'm trying to reevaluate what I'm doing with this experiment on this keto. It's working great. I got to get in the gym, number one. I've got to. That's going to help some of this. I mean, that looks terrible. I hate it. And I'm going to have a lot more of that. Okay, because being morbidly obese, you stretch your skin out. You take all the elasticity out of your skin. You stretch it to its maximum and beyond. And then, now I'm feeding it right. It will come back. Some of it will come back. I don't want to do surgery. I've had enough surgeries in my life. I don't like hospitals, and I don't like going to the doctor. And look, if you're ever around me and I tell you to get me to the hospital, you better get me there because I'm dying. I don't tell people to take me to the hospital until I'm dying. It happened to every heart attack. I should have went way before I ever did with all of my heart attacks. And a couple of them I about didn't make it, being stupid. And that is stupid. I was stupid. But I'm a man, and, you know, that's what we do. Damn, I can't shake my head. I see that fucking shit in the camera. Anyhow, I'm losing the weight. It's just coming off a little slower than I want it to. My inches are dropping, though, dramatically. But I got a long way to go. But now I've got to get in the gym. I have to. It's mandatory now. It is a very, it's prevalent to me. I should have been in there for a month now, and I haven't because I've been playing. You know, I got single and wife left me. Y'all know all that stuff. And I went crazy. I started playing. I've been on my bike. I literally go home and I'm on my bike 24/7 for 4 days. You know, because my work, I do 2 days of it at home. I do 3 days in the office. I do 2 days at home on the phone. But while I'm on the phone, I'm on the bike. Monday through Friday. I mean, Friday through Monday. So that's kind of my life, and I gotta get serious about this. More serious. I am serious about the diet, but now I gotta get serious about the exercise. I got to get the skin under control. I got to get my muscles under control. So that's my goals this weekend. I'm going to join a gym. Regardless, I got to. I don't have a choice. Whatever it takes, I got to get there. I got to do it. Because I got to start building muscle. So I'm on it's Thursday. Y'all know Thursday is my fast day, 24 hours. So I'm on that. I got some things. I'm going out tonight, and I will have some supper later tonight. That's already in the plan. So, but that'll be late, 8 o'clock or so. So I'll be over my 24 hours by that time. And then that meal, I'll probably have 500 calories, So today I'll end up with 500 calories, even though I fasted 24 hours, because my 24-hour mark started last night about 6 o'clock, 6:30. I think I had my last meal. And I had a ham steak with eggs. That was my supper. I love eggs, and they're great protein. And I had threw butter in it to get some more fat and blah, 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 It was very good. But this exercise is going to change a whole lot more of my appearance. But not just my appearance, it's going to change my metabolism. It's going to change my insides, my healthy part. It's very healthy. My heart needs to be rebuilt. Is it going to be a little tough? Yeah, because I haven't done any exercise in years, people. I mean, literally. And even when I was a truck driver, come on, truck drivers sit on their butt. I drove a semi. That's what I did. And I sat on my butt and typically ate potato chips all the time. Because when you're driving 700 miles a day, you're doing 14 hours behind the steering wheel, there's nothing to do but eat. And I did. So, but now that's all changed. I'm in an office. I'm out of the semi. I had to give it up. I literally had so many heart attacks that I couldn't pass a DOT. I mean, I could someday again, but I'm not going back to truck driving. It's not a life. It's not a good life. And it's a very unhealthy life. So that's done. I'll never go back. I don't make the money I used to, but oh well. I just had to reevaluate my life. It's more important to live. It's more important to be healthy than to have stuff. I still got a lot of stuff, but I don't have a lot of money anymore. But anyhow, so today is fasting, 24 plus hours. This weekend, my plans are to get a gym membership, get a plan, get some clothes that I can work out in, and start that. And once I start it, whatever day I start it, I'm on it. I got to be dedicated. I got to be rigid. I'm going to do that. I know me. I know what I got to do. I know what I got to make up here happen to make everything else happen. But don't get discouraged by your scales. I only lost 2 pounds last week, but I lost more inches. So it's the inches that matter. It's the health. It's the health that matters. Some of the people that are doing this, I'm helping do this, I tell them the same thing every time. Don't fret about that stupid scales. Take the measurements, do the inches. That's what you're looking for, and how you feel, and how you're accomplishing your day. Okay, so that's kind of it. And it's just time for me to move to this next level. And because of the gastric bypass, I'm going to have to tweak. I'm going to have to keep tweaking this program to get the maximum benefits from it, because of that stupid gastric bypass. If you're thinking about it, I'm just telling you, do this. I mean, I understand if I was bad when I did it, and I was forced to do it. They told me either you do that or we're taking your license, so I did it. If it hadn't have been for that, I never would have done that. It's not fun to go through. It took me a little while to recover, and it worked, but it made me very sick, and it will, because it is a full-on starvation diet, and you don't need to starve yourself. And right now, even though I'm trying to eat, and I really am, people, I'm trying to eat more. I'm not hungry. I finally think I broke the curse of the addiction to food that I used to have. I still love food, but not like I used to. And fasting is no big deal to me. It doesn't bother me at all. And that's saying something for an obese man, or an obese person, period. That being able to fast 24 plus hours, or even 18 hours a day, it doesn't bother me. I'm not hungry. I don't have any hunger pains. I don't have any issues with doing it. Matter of fact, at the end of the 16 to 18 hours, I have to go, oh, wow, it's time. I need to eat. I'm not hungry. I'm not getting the urges to eat because of hunger. I'm watching the damn clock. And same thing today. By the time I eat in 25, 26 hours, 27 hours, whatever it takes me to get food, I still ain't going to be hungry. It's amazing to me. It's absolutely amazing. And it's only because I am feeding my body a nutrition that it wants, and it's using and utilizing. But I got to remember, I'm still only getting half of it because of this stupid surgery. I am permanently altered inside. Can I reverse that? Some of it. I mean, I can't reverse the 10 feet of... He took out 10 feet of intestines. of mine. That's gone. It'll never come back. It's in the garbage. But could he rebuild my stomach? Yeah, they could. But I don't want to go through that. I just got to figure out how to do this without doing crap like that. I don't want any more surgeries. I'm going to have a ton of skin. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Lifting weights is going to help that immensely. So that's kind of where I'm at. And that's what's going on. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all this weekend sometime. All right, see you. Bye.